As Alex Hormozi says, it's hard to be poor if you have leads banging down your door. Now, if you sell to local businesses and you struggle to get more leads into your business, here's a step-by-step guide on how you can get more leads for cheaper without having to put much effort into it. So let's get started. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Matt, and I'm super passionate about creating AI solutions for businesses, especially on the sales and marketing side of things. And in this video, I'm going to show you 2 different ways that you can scrape the internet to get information on businesses and start reaching out to them ASAP. So the first way is focus on businesses that serve one location in one specific niche. And for that, you're going to need to use Apify. So Apify is actually a platform where you can access open source data scrapers and web scrapers so you can get information that's publicly available online. Okay, so as you might imagine, step number 1 is for you to go to the Apify website and sign up for free. Once you sign up for free, you're going to be faced with the store. And once you have the store open, just search up Google Maps with email. That's step 2. Step 3 is for you to open this one over here, a Google Maps email extractor. And then this is what is going to pop up. And as we can see over here, we can see a breakdown of how much does it cost per 1,000 results for this. What kind of information you can expect for it to extract. So over here, for example, you can get email address, website, location, address, zip code, phone number, social media links. And as you guys can see, I've ran this a few times and with mixed results, to be completely honest, but so far it's actually been running better when I run with more number of places. So let me explain how this works. So this tool has 3 main inputs. First one is the search term, and the search term over here is your niche. So who do you service? And here I'm just gonna run with the example that we're servicing dentists. I don't know, let's say for example that you have a marketing agency that only services dentists in Chicago. So you're gonna put dentist over here and Chicago over here. And by the way, if you do service more than one location or more than one niche, part number 2 of how to do this process will show you how you can do the same process but targeting all of those niches or all of those locations at the same time. But back to what we're talking over here, the number of places per each search that we have, I'm going to go with 6. As I said, I'm getting better results when I'm running more, but keep in mind that the more that you put over here in the number of places, the longer it takes for the tool to run. So ideally, if you want to have 100 at once, it will just take a couple of minutes. If you want to have 6, for example, it's going to take a little bit less. And then when you have this, you just click start and it will run this portion for you. And you can just click on runs and find your runs over there. Now, I just did the same search just right now, and these were actually the results. And as we can see over here, we have 6 different dentist practices with all of that information that we mentioned before. So for example, we have an image, the place name, the total score, or essentially the reviews on Google, the number of reviews, and their social media links over here, phone number, emails, city, website, and the URL. So the URL, this is the Google My Business URL, and the website, this is their website per se. So you can also filter this information. If you see over here on the top, you can see just their social media links, and then you'll be able to see each one of the URLs that the scraper found. You'll also be able to look at their contact information, ratings, and all fields like we were looking at before. And from this table over here, you can export all results and get an Excel file that you can use to run other automations. Now, this kind of covers the whole scenario if you're running a business servicing one niche in one location. Now, let's say that you're servicing multiple niches in multiple locations. This could be a different process, and let me walk you through how that would work. The step number 1 for this process is to gather a couple of things. 1, create an account on Make. 2, create an account on Apify. And then 3, go down to the description below and sign up to get my automation templates. And then when you do get the automation templates, this is part 2. You're going to see this folder over here. This is my Drive folder with all of my automation templates that I've posted in this channel before. And you're going to click on this Apify Google Sheets one. You're going to click over here and you're going to select download. Once you select download, you're going to go back to make.com and you're going to look over here in your make scenarios, right? You're going to click on create a new scenario. So once you create a new scenario, and this is step 3, you're going to click on more over here and you're going to click on import blueprint. And now when you click on import blueprint, you're just going to look for your JSON files that you just downloaded. The one that we just downloaded is this one called Apify _ Google Sheets, and you're just going to click open. and save. So that will open this scenario over here. And let me actually explain what this scenario does. Okay, so step number 4, once you have this little automation set up, is to connect these things, right? So for Google Sheets, you'll be able to create a connection by clicking on add a new connection and signing in with Google. And with Apify, you're gonna click on add as well, and you're gonna just click on your API token. If you don't know necessarily where to get your API token, let me show you where you need to go. You have your Apify console open over here. So once you have your Apify console open over here, just scroll down to settings, and when you click on settings, you will see this API integrations. So once you have your API and integration portions open, just come over here and copy your personal API and tokens ID and go back to make.com, and here is where you're going to input that information, right? You click on add, paste it over here, click on save, and it will connect to your account. So once you have your connection set up over here, what you want to do is to open up your Google Sheets and create a new sheet. Now, this is an example of a Google Sheet that I opened for this type of scenario. And the 2 types of columns that you need is location and search term. So in this sheet, number 1 is as if you served one location across niches. So in this scenario, Los Angeles, and across different niches, gyms, roofing companies, cafes, salons, spas. This is from what I would be assuming, like if you have a digital marketing agency focused on only local businesses, but not necessarily a specific niche, this is what it would look like. Meanwhile, if you are Alex Hormozi, like I mentioned in the very beginning of the video, and you only service gyms across many different locations, you could do it with this type of setup. So after you create your Google Sheets and you put this information in here of location and search term, you're gonna go back to make.com and you're going to connect that Google Sheet over here. So from here, it's just going to keep on search my path, my drive, and the spreadsheet ID is where you're actually going to search the name of your spreadsheet. We're going to keep API search list because that's the same name that we have over here. Apify search list, I think I said that wrong by accident. And we're going to keep it as sheet 1. So in this scenario, sheet 1, as we know, is the sheet that has one location and multiple search terms. And we are going to click that table contains headers just to make sure that it does not read the first row when it's looking at this. Second part that you need to do is once you have this connected over here, you are going to do 2 things. You're going to click on the actor that you want to connect. And this over here is going to be the same actor that I showed you before in Apify. But for this to pop up over here, you need to run that actor in Apify at least once. So for example, as you guys can see, I ran this a few times before. And once you do run this, you just need to copy this over here to clipboard, and then you go back to make and you paste it over here. You should be able to see it on your list, but nonetheless, if it's not there, just copy and paste it. And this information, this JSON information should also be here, so you don't need to worry about it too much. But if it's not, just go back to your Apify portion, and under the input portion, you just click on JSON over here, and you select all and copy and paste it back over here in Make. Now, the 2 things that you need to do if you are doing this manually and for some reason the importing portion didn't work, it should, since you are importing this template the way you're seeing it right now, is to change the location to the location portion. So you're just going to delete whatever location is written there, and you're going to select your input over here. And the same thing goes for the search string array. So you're going to delete whatever search string you have over there, and you're going to input your search term over there as well. So this is essentially the setup that you're going to need on Make, just the Google Sheets and the Apify connection. Now, as we know, in our Google Sheets, we have multiple rows over here. So for example, we can run one row every 15 minutes or so and have it create a brand new spreadsheet that you can send to your sales reps. So if you have a sales rep that only talks to gyms, or if you have a sales rep that only talks to roofing companies, and in that other scenario, if you only have a sales rep that takes care of Manhattan and another sales rep that takes care of Brooklyn, you can just create those lists as they come and send it over to them. Now, one thing to keep in mind is whenever you are scheduling this tool over here is if you keep it as 15 minutes, it could, if you're running for like 1,000 companies or 1,000 businesses, this could take a little bit longer. So I would recommend you just put this as 60 minutes for an hour. if you are running for large amounts of data, and you run this tool every 60 minutes. So when that runs, let's just run an example over here. Click run. It creates the Apify tool over there. And the only thing that you need to do is you need to go into your Apify account and click on runs. And as we can see, it's running right now for our search. So as you can see over here, the output was created. I only ran for 2 times over here this time. And essentially you got 2 gyms in the Los Angeles area. So another thing that you could do over here is just to select that scheduling for every 15 minutes, every hour. As I said, it depends on how many you are running at a time. And after this, it will just keep running and creating those lists that you can send to your sales reps. So the only thing that you would need to do, as I showed you over here on Apify, is to export those results. Unfortunately, you can't export or download those results right away through Make. Maybe this is a functionality that they'll add later down the line. But you could let your sales reps know that they have a new list to go over and do cold calls, cold emails, whatever the scenario that you have for your sales team to work through. Whatever it is, you can set it up over here on Make as well. So for example, you can set up a sleep portion over here and ask it to wait 300 seconds. 300 seconds is the maximum amount that it would allow to wait. And let me just fix this real quick. You select for it to wait 300 seconds and then to send a Slack message over here. So you can click over on this one, for example, and create a message on Slack. I don't have my Slack connection over here, but you could in theory like click create on this and send the Slack message to whoever needs to receive that list. Now, obviously, these scenarios work differently depending on the way your business is set up. So if you are looking to automate some portion of your business, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm going to leave a calendar link down below, and I'm more than happy to help you build these types of solutions for your business as well. Right now, I'm only working with a handful of businesses. So if you are interested in working with me, just please go through the process of booking a call or sending an email to me. Both information will be down there, and we can start a conversation about how I can help you automate a huge part of your business for you. So hopefully by now you see the value that automations and AI can bring to your business. And if you don't, I would recommend you going over to my channel or watching the video that's popping up over here, because YouTube believes that this video will benefit you and your business as well. And as I said before, if you want me to help you build automations for your business and get things done faster with less input and essentially just more efficiently, please don't hesitate to reach out and book a call with me. Now that's it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.